All right, we're back live at the Langley Speedway here in Hampton, Virginia. Sorry, guys, still working with the technical issues on iRacing side. Just can't seem to get the cars to show up on our producer's end, but it's going to be just fine because Swag TV is going to get all 60 laps of this late model feature in tonight. We got Ryan Matthews starting from the pole with Timmy Holmes following in second, starting in third, Trayton Lapsevich fourth. Bomberquet in fifth, Landon Pemberton. Starting sixth, Jackson Crowder. Seventh, Thomas Axum. Eighth, Daniel Folds. Ninth, Matthew Beeman. And 10th, Kyle Meyer. We'll round out your top 10, and we're getting ready to go in a restart zone. It can't go till the green flag flies, and they're off. They're headed into turn one. Matthews down low, clears them just by a little bit. Once again, a past champion here at the Langley Speedway is going to be out front 2 races in a row as Holmes actually tags the outside wall on lap one. There's Trayton Lapsevich just working hard in that Reaper Speed Lab machine in the 32 car, following right in third place. But they're already single file for the front part of the field, and we'll work our way back through the field here in just a moment. Top six has fallen down single file. We're on board. Jackson Crowder in seventh, our second place finisher. Last race working on Thomas Axum there for the fifth position. 54 machine painting that yellow line. We expect to see Jackson Crowder climb his way to the front as we have a team 126 racing caution flying on lap number 4. All right, we'll go back through our rundown here. Up to the 10th position, Ryan Polens, followed by Kyle Hall. Then Cody Moorcraft in 12th. Andrew Edwards in the 13th position, followed by Gregory David Moon. One of my favorite names in all iRacing. Love the Dave Moon name. Love that man up in Stafford, Virginia. One of the great racers in the local Virginia area. Champion up at the Old Dominion Speedway himself as a car owner. We got Dylan Baptista in 15th, followed by 16th, Tyler Payne. We got Brandon Gagnon sitting in 17th. We'll have to catch up with Brandon here if we can, see if he's got some in-car input so far. What's going on out there, Brandon?
I'd try to tell you, but I'm just trying to relax back here. What I saw in practice and how loose these things got, I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can save the car a little bit and slowly work our way up. So I'm hoping by the end of the race, when you count down the top 10, we got the Studio Displays Swag ComServe car up in there in the top 10.
That's awesome, man. Well, we're glad we got you on board. You'll have to keep us updated as the race goes on, man. We'll keep tuning into the radio, and I want to hear all the drama going on the racetrack there because these drivers get to talk to each other in iRacing.
Hey,
You know, sometimes tempers get flared. Go ahead, Brandon. What'd you say?
you know I struggle doing two things at once, but I'll give it a shot. Everything's up for grabs tonight.
Well, man, been keeping an eye on Brandon's road to 6,000. He's trying to get up to 6,000 and go road to pro here. So we wish Brandon the best of luck in that studio displays machine. Good luck, Brandon. Have some fun out there as we get ready to go back green flag. Thanks, man. They're about to stack them up double file here, and the pace car is going to come to the line with the caution lights off. Be going green flag next time by here at Langley. They've been sorting them out pretty quick, but I expect as the laps count down to see some bumpers start getting thrown around just a little bit. Ryan Matthews getting ready, clearing the carburetor out in turn 2. He's got that Pemberton machine sitting out front once again, 2 races in a row here. He'll be actually in the Virginia Racer Series at Dominion Raceway this season. It'd be cool to watch. One of our own here from the American iRacing League Series, and we're back green flag racing. Matthews out to the front. We got 2x2 all the way back through the field. Got Timmy Holmes has cleared his way into the top 2 position, followed by Trayton Lapsevich in third. He's door to door with Landon Pemberton to his outside in that number 0 machine. We got a big wreck in the back. We'll have to see if Brandon avoided the carnage.
Didn't mean to cut you off, but that guy got sideways and they just stacked up.
Man, it's great to have the in-car reporter. We got Team 126 Racing Caution once again. And here's our in-car reporter, Brandon Gagnon, here in an 83 ComServe wireless machine. He's sitting in 14th right now, but I don't expect him to stay there very long. He'll be going to the front. It's his first time here at Langley Speedway.
This place is awesome. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I enjoy it too, man. One of my favorite tracks on the service. It's a driver's track, that's for sure. You can see some really good two wide racing as the night goes on. Early on, typically guys spread them out, keep it safe because it is a very tight racetrack. But as laps count down, they start getting a little more aggressive.
You got the replay better than I do. It just looked like I think it was the three cars, a red car that seemed like he was up high and the rear end just broke on him, and some people had nowhere to go.
Yeah, it looks like Ryan Palen's here. He was running inside the top 10 there for a moment and must have got a little bit loose, lost the rear end of that race car and a little bit torn up here. He's got some left side damage already, rear bumper. He hasn't come to pit road from what I can tell. But with that damage placement, it doesn't seem to be too bad. He might be all right. You guys can see here on that left side, he's got the tire marks all rubbed down that left door. Already got Rubbins Racing going on here early. Okay.
David, any chance of rain on the radar? Because I'd like to get up there, then the rain kick in so I can get a top finish.
I know, man, you might need to get some good strategy playing out for you to get back up here. At least you stayed out of that big wreck. It's the first one you missed. There's going to be a lot more from the looks of it. It's only lap 14. We got two Team 126 cautions, but we're stacking them back up. 51 machines still holding tight out front. Sorry, guys. Matthews in the restart zone, fires early before the restart zone. We'll have to see if he gets a warning from race control. Timmy Holmes still follows suit, even though getting that jumped restart, he stays in second. Lapsevich still fighting Pemilton for that top three spot. Pemilton gets shuffled to the outside, Axum to his inside. He's now in the top five. But Landon Pemilton trying to hang on, clips the right rear of the 13 machine. Axum gets pushed up the hill, now back all the way to that Jackson Crowder machine. Real quick here, Pemilton falling back, dropping like a rock here. He's back all the way from the the fourth starting position. He's fallen nearly back to eighth already. It's only been 2 laps since our last restart. The 4 car is going to peak here. Pemilton might try to close the door, but he doesn't quite do it. He gets to run up off. He finally gets back in line. Now he goes back to work on that 16 machine. Got to thank you, Massman Family Racing, for sponsoring the series once again this week. Love having you on board for round 3. I'm sure we'll be seeing more of you guys around. We got Massman out here running. He's in the 18th position, but I'm sure by the end of this thing, he'll have more to say than that. Yeah, Kyle Hall, one of the regular Caleb Hall, number 9 here at Langley, one of the regular late model drivers weekly in the official iRacing leagues. Interesting to see. He's back in 9th. He's got a 3K I rating, but he'll be working on that number 14 car before it's over. He may be up there. He may be saving a little bit of tire. I know he's normally aggressive, but it looks like he's just keeping the car under control as he tries to hold off that 18 Austin Edwards. Daniel Fold sitting in 11th, trying to hold off Tyler Payne in that 18 machine. Payne paints the yellow line. It's the line you need to be on, but Tyler just needs to pick up just a little bit here and start nailing that line every lap. We'll see him work his way through the field. There's our in-race reporter, Brandon Gagnon, up one spot here into the 13th position. He's trying to chase down Tyler Payne. I'm sure he's working awful hard to get up there. His cars aren't easy to drive, and on top of his first time here at Langley. Got Dylan Baptista in the 14th position, followed by Matthew Beeman in that BC Workshop machine. He's torn up, got a lot of fender damage, must have got caught up in an earlier incident. Cody Moorcraft in that swag machine again. He's sitting in 16th. Ryan Palen's fighting, trying to stay in front of Sean Leisure here for that 17th position. He's probably biding his time. Now he's got all that damage. He's just going to want to come down a pit road. He's smart, lets Leisure go here. We're back up to the leaders here. Matthews still out front. He's starting to run away with the show here. He's got about 6 car lengths over that second position of Timmy Holmes. Got a single file through most of the field here. Timmy Holmes with a little bit of right front damage on that 67 car. He must have caught the wall just a couple of times, but luckily these late models don't have much problems with the composite bodies causing any tire rubs or any kind of damage internally or aerodynamically. There's just not enough speed. So fortunate for him, it shouldn't affect the handling on that 67 machine too much unless he knocked into tow. Right now, he's running 1/100th of a second off of our leader, Ryan Matthews, who's running 16.357 lap after lap here. Matthews, once again, our fastest car on the track until Thomas Axum there back and forth. He runs just a few 100ths quicker. We see something developing here. That 67 machine just decides to let these two go. It's very odd. There's no team orders going on here. Axum let him go on the inside. And now he fights back. Or sorry, that was Holmes that fell back. Holmes now trying to fight back on Axum on the inside. Axum in that 13 machine pulls the crossover off of 2. What a move to 67, trying to dig on the outside, climbs the wall just a little bit, knocking that right front end just a little more. But that Ryan Kuhn Motorsports 13 is going to prevail here into the top 3. Axum has been one of the fastest cars on the racetrack thus far, running just on the coattails of Ryan Matthews, 16.3 second lap times. You see, we got the field spread out pretty far back now. We got a good solid race going back and forth here. Holmes works back on that 13 machine. Bernier's Liquors also on board at number 13 at Thomas Axum.
Hey, David, can you do me a favor?
Absolutely.
Google driving lessons at Langley. I'm going to need them after this one, guys.
We're definitely going to have to get on board that camera here in just a little bit and see what's going on in that Brandon Gagnon machine, the 83 car.
It'll be easy to see. It's pretty slow.
We actually got some 3-wide action just in front of Brandon. I'd hold on tight. Just a little bit further ahead of you there. There's some 3-wide action going on. That's just for the edge of the top 10. And we got a car around here, looked like in 4. He's going to save it. That's Pemberton once again. Him and the 14 machine of Caleb Hall get tied up together. It's 2 aggressive drivers running door to door. Dustin Monberquet is right to the bottom here in that 16 car. He's going to clear it for 8th. Pemberton follows suit once again. He's fallen all the way back to the 9th position, but now he's going to try to follow through on that 16 machine as the 14 of Caleb Hall slides up the racetrack. He's just shuffled back. It'll eat you up trying to stay on that outside groove here at Langley. It's really hard to keep the momentum up. There's no banking hardly at all. That 14 is getting eaten alive up there on the outside. It's another BC Workshop machine. They got nearly half the field. You would think they'd probably dominate this race. They've got a lot of them here. But right now, that 14 just struggling a little bit more than his teammates are. Tyler Payne staying quiet. He works on Caleb Hall and moves up into the 11th position now. Gagnon just staying quiet too here. Well, not a moment ago, he was having a handful.
I've got company. That car in the mirror is getting a lot bigger.
We're going to fall back here to our leaders. Gagnon here trying to hold on. Let's go on board Brandon Gagnon, see if we can get some in-race help for him. I'll be his spotter from the booth, maybe a little bit like our friends Jeff Gordon and Clint Boyer here earlier in the year when we were doing that iRacing Invitational with the Cup Series. Let's see what we can tell Brandon. Maybe just step on the throttle a little bit harder will help him. Sorry, Brandon, we're just going to give you hell. Why not? But if he can get that left front just a little bit further down and clip the apron, he'll be flying around this speedway. As you can see, he's about a foot, just 1 foot. That little bit of difference can cost you here at Langley, but he's working hard. We're probably just distracting him while he tries to hold off that car just behind him. He's still
This is
got about a
crazy.
half car back. He holds them off. Hey, Brandon, they're entering in a little earlier than you. I don't know if I can help you, but
That definitely felt better. He's getting me
there
on
you go.
entry. He's getting me on entry and middle. I'm grabbing him on exit.
I think if you let it, oh, yeah, you get him off exit though. You can beat him there. You pulled about a half car length to a car length. Yeah, something will fool you here, Brandon, is this racetrack wants to make you feel like you need to really drive in there wide, but it actually likes you to follow almost that pit lane double stripe on the way into one. Sometimes you get your 2 tires underneath that, but you got to get used to the how free it gets. Got about a half car length clear here. You got damaged car right behind you here. He's peeking to your inside. Sorry, guys. Getting wild and sporadic with the cameras here. We'll get back to the live action here on the TV camera. A little easier to keep up here. Brandon trying to hold off Dylan Baptista, who's working his tail off with that damaged race car. But now the leader, Ryan Matthews, is sneaking in on these guys. That 83 machine better get up on the wheel. Same with Dylan Baptista. He's about to fall a lap down to our leader. Baptista falls a lap down. These guys are begging for a caution now.
Hey, if you're gonna be my spotter, can you throw that water bottle out on the track real quick?
That's right. We may have to have a chuck debris caution here for that 83 machine to stay out there because they're spread out pretty wide all the way around this racetrack. Is the 51 machine now working on the 83 of Gagnon. He's going to get him here. Gagnon gives them the respect as any iRacer should. Once the leaders get there, you're just having a tough race. You'd want the same respect. Good job there to Brandon. Got Trayton Lapsevich here is your second place competitor, and Gagnon gets together here. What a save. They get together, that 7 machine. Lapsevich trying to get around, and Gagnon hold on to it, but he's in the fence. Big wreck there. Looks like we'll probably have our Team 126 Racing caution. See if I can catch that. My producer's probably hollering at me because he could get right to our caution here, but I'm going to have to do the rewind. My hotkeys aren't quite set up for this, but we know where the accident was, so we'll just go back, see what happened to Brandon Gagnon here on 1 and 2.
Well, I
Oh,
know where it started. Whoever it was behind me, he must have got sick of being behind me because he entered all 4 tires on the apron, and yeah, that's where it all started.
well, I can tell you I've been there and I get it, and you kept it clean for us. We appreciate that because we know how aggravating it can be here at any short track when you get turned or wrecked. Looks like the 7 car gets underneath and gets a little loose and free into your door there. You guys made a heck of a save though on the front stretch.
Yeah, and
And then after that, you just got loose getting into one there.
I did, and I turned it up at the wall because I knew I had a lot of top 5 to 10 drivers that were right there behind me, and I'm already back here. I'd rather ruin my own race than somebody else's, so that's what we did.
It's exactly what you should do here in this iRacing service. Good call, Brandon. Way to be respectable. Right here, a lot of drivers will just keep it turned. He knows he's a lap car, and instead of taking out Axum there, he could have destroyed his race and top 3 finish. He decided to cut right and say, sacrifice his night. great respect here for Brandon Gagnon. This is not his series. He's more of a truck series man. He does great. You guys got to check him out on twitch.tv/BostonBoy83. He's repping the ComServe wireless colors and Swag TV colors on that car. Great job, Brandon. We'll catch up with you in a little bit. You're welcome to join us too on the broadcast if you'd like.
I need somebody to throw the banana on the track, boys. Please, I need this lap back.
Well, it looks like your damage isn't as bad as expected.
No, it feels good. I guess if that's even a thing, but yeah, it's not bad at all. Just love a caution.
Guys, we got a lot of lap cars spread out through the whole field here. Otherwise, I'd give you a full field rundown. Try to catch you up here with the latest developments. It's 51M machine of Ryan Matthews. Beautiful looking car there. That's going to be very similar to his real life late model team. Interesting to see how he fares in that car after doing so well in this series, the American iRacing League, as we get ready to go back green here. They stack them up double wide, go back to the TV camera so you guys can see the action. Ryan Matthews working his way into the restart zone. Last time he jumped a little early, and he does it once again. He gets Lapsevich here, but Lapsevich with the crossover trying to get to him this time. No lap traffic in the way. Once again, this is Matthews' home track. It's going to be really tough to beat somebody like that, but he does catch the outside fence off of two, and Lapsevich peeking to the inside. Lapsevich got him on the left rear here. I don't believe Trayton's going to give him the room for that. He moves him up the hill. That 32 car is going to be very aggressive in that Reaper Speed Lab machine. And the butt kicker machine does a little butt kick into the 51 of Ryan Matthews. Matthews together. They're three wide, stacked up. Matthews hard in the fence and gets barrel rolled into turn one. Wow, man. From hero to zero, the hometown hero, man. What unfortunate circumstances there for Ryan Matthews there at the end of that race. So that was for our victory. Sorry about that, guys. We were coming to the line for the checkered. And as you see here, Matthews just gets moved by by Trayton Lapsevich. Another win for Trayton Lapsevich. We'll have to see if it's going to stick, though. Just because race directors do not find that so appeasing when guys throw the rear bumper to the leader on the last lap. But he really used it very well here. Now you can see Matthews is actually clear. It doesn't look like they touch. Looks like Matthews dives in, gets loose. They get stacked up from there. We're going to have to get back here and see who all got caught up there. But Matthews was going to be out of our race, but it turns out that was our final lap. Trayton Lapsevich, your winner, followed by Thomas Axum, and Ryan Matthews finishes in the third position. We're going to have him in here in just a moment with our top three. But I have a feeling there's going to be some heated interviews here between the two of them. Once again, that was a Team 126 Racing feature. Trayton Lapsevich celebrating on our front stretch in that butt kicker Reaper Speed Lab machine. Congrats to Trayton, but we're going to pull in Ryan Matthews before they get too hot.
Do we not get to go any more laps? Is that it? I'm just kidding.
That's the end of it, Brandon. No more laps for you, but we're here with our top three finishers. Ryan Matthews comes home in third after a little bit what looked like a bump and run, was very slight tap, but Matthews, you got loose there, man. What happened? Just lost it on the last lap.
Yeah, we were pretty good the whole race. We opened up like a 1 second lead there before that last caution, and just screwed myself over there. Just little mistakes, just hit the wall as soon as we went green or whatever down the back stretch, and then which gave Trayton a good run on my inside, and I thought I was clear there, and I think I came across his nose, and it was just like a slight tap, and I just sent the car. So just my fault there, just my mistake. But it was a fun race. So congrats to Trayton.
Well, great interview, Ryan Matthews. I can say being in the lead and losing the lead on the last lap can be very frustrating. Done it many a times. and you know, it's hard to swallow, but you still came home in third, survived it. We'll we'll be seeing you in this super late model feature, right?
Yes, sir. Hopefully, we can get us our second one of the night in that. So, like I said before, thank y'all for broadcasting and all my sponsors. Really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Thanks again, Ryan Matthews. That's Ryan Matthews, our third place finisher, led all but the last lap there here at Langley Speedway. We're going to be following up here with our first place finisher, Trayton Lapsevich, man. You just pulled it off at the end. What a finish in that Reaper Speed Labs machine. Congrats to you. What do you got to say about that finish? That was wild.
Yeah, that was a tough one there. Like Ryan said, I probably wouldn't have got to him unless he got in the wall there. But yeah, I got to him. Then the car's already loose on entry to begin with, so I'm not really sure. I might have got into him a little, might not have. It was just hard racing there at the end, but nothing intentional and just yeah, good finish.
Well, it seemed like from the broadcaster's view that it was all just hard racing. It didn't seem as though you drove through him. Watch that replay at the end there. You didn't drive through him. You just kind of worked him down a straightaway, gave him a little choo-choo train, maybe pushed him in a little deeper than he thought. But he got loose, you got loose, and so did the guys behind you, crashing 3 wide behind you. Wild finish. Thanks for putting on a show. You got any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, I just got to thank you guys for broadcasting, AiRL for putting on a great league. Ready for the supers come up next. Got to thank Reaper Speed Lab, Butt Kicker, and just all the guys at Legacy, BD Legacy Esports. It's a fun time.
All right, brother. Well, you're going to be in the supers, right?
Yeah, I'll be there. Hopefully, we got something figured out. Been struggling with the super.
All right, man. Well, hopefully you get up there and compete for the win. Look forward to watching the supers here in just a moment. We're going to get with our second place finisher here in just a moment. We'll be back with Swag TV in about 2 minutes.